Voting is underway in Japan's snap elections. Conservative Prime Minister Sanae Takaichi called the early vote just months after coming to power. The country's first female Prime Minister is hoping that her approval ratings will deliver a bigger mandate in Parliament for her party. Opinion polls suggest the gamble may pay off, with many voters drawn to her direct style. Journalist Martin Fritz joins us now from Tokyo. Martin, good to see you. It's not every day an ultra-conservative Prime Minister generates any sort of electricity with voters. How has Sanae Takaichi done it?
Well, I think she is a different kind of Prime Minister. She is the first woman in this post. This in itself is perceived here as a sign of change. She is also a self-made politician. She does not come from a political dynasty like Shinzo Abe, but from a simple middle-class background. And her messages are energetic and simple, while the previous prime ministers, I would say, were kind of lame and boring. So she makes the impression of a strong leader who will take decisions and move forward. And Japanese people like this type of politician.
Martin, what lies beneath the buzz, and does it matter? Or will this feel-good moment she's having with voters just be enough, the non-boring and the non-lame, to deliver her party into power from this point, do you think?
I think it's working. She made this election into a type of a referendum about her person. And so it's completely forgotten that her party, the Liberal Democratic Party, has had these big scandals in the past. There were slush fund scandals. They had strange ties to the South Korean Unification Church. And all this is completely forgotten because she said, this is an election about myself. But Japan has not a presidential system, it's a parliamentary system. The parliament elects the prime minister. But it looks to the public as if they have to vote for her to keep her in office. And that gamble is paying off, I think.
What issues, if we go beyond the person, what issues are on the minds of voters who choose to go beyond the person as they go to the polls?
I think the main topic is inflation here. We had 2 decades of deflation here with flat prices and wages, and then about 4 years ago, prices started to rise suddenly and have never stopped, and wages are lagging behind. She has promised to fight inflation. She has given out subsidies for gas and electricity from January to March. She abolished an extra tax on gasoline. She promised tax cuts to increase income. So that's all after 2 months in office. And that's very impressive for many people. Interestingly, during the election campaign, she hardly talked about inflation anymore because she had done something about it. But maybe somebody also told her that inflation fighting is actually the job of the Bank of Japan and not of the government. And the second concern here is the foreigners. We have now 2.5 million workers, foreign workers in Japan. A very low number, but mainly due to the very high number of foreign tourists. Last year we had about 43 million. Many Japanese feel disturbed in their accustomed way of thinking. So she has taken a hard line towards foreigners. If they don't behave properly, they have to pay taxes, they have to join the social security system. But she has not called for a stop on immigration. So that's a very interesting contrast compared to the right-wing populist parties we have here.
One more before we go. You talk about her attitude towards foreigners, as you put it. What about her foreign policy? What's that going to look like? What is the rest of the world going to get in Takaichi?
Well, Japan is very much dependent on the United States in terms of military security. So she will continue managing the expectations of US President Trump and keep him calm and happy. And so far, she was successful. He even called for the Japanese to vote for her today. I think at the same time, Japan will continue to build up security relations with other countries in Asia, from South Korea to Indonesia, India and Australia. We should not forget the concept of a free Indo-Pacific, which applies to the security of shipping lanes here, originated in Japan.
Brilliant, Martin. Journalist Martin Fritz reporting from Tokyo. Thanks so much.